All right, I'm trying to record this. I don't know how it's going to work, but this might be my best way if one of you guys end up in quarantine, or for like Autumn, so that she's staying up to date kind of at home. The big thing out of students, they'll see spots like this and your eye is drawn to that, where it's sweeping this way and then it's sweeping the other way, and then they're like, that doesn't look right, that doesn't look right. If you do your math right, and that's where Jackson a little bit ago was explaining to me that he did it right, but it wasn't working. Every once in a while you will, you'll run into a little hiccup, but it's just remember, it's a machine. It does exactly what you tell it to. If you tell it not all the right information, it's like a car. That a car doesn't automatically know to drive down the road. You don't pay attention to the road, you go in the ditch. That's basic operator error. CAD software, as frustrating as it gets, there's times that that's the case. What I'm going to do is I want to reiterate some things. I'm not going to worry about that bottom arc because we went through that earlier today. But like setting up for this other side, down in here, I've had students struggle with it. I've had students do really well with it. Yeah, in fact, we're good. I'm actually going to roll. I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to go to a new drawing, and I'll just do a regular ACAD again. Same thing. I turn my grid off. I turn my ortho on. I'm switching over to 1-3. So if you guys don't have your thing in front of you, do 1-3. 1-3 is pretty straightforward. When I do this, I actually look at it and I see a square personally. Now, I do a distance over on the bottom 5. I go up 8, over 5, back down till it's closed. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to go about this 2 different ways. One is locating, I'm going to do this top left little notch out. And I'm going to go parallel. I'm going to go over 0.75. So I punched in my distance again. Right down here on the bottom, it's critical that you start falling into this habit where you click something and automatically you look there to see if it's prompting you for something. When it prompts you, it's going to kind of tell you what it's looking for. So it's saying specify offset distance, 0.75. So I'm going to go here, there, and here, here. Offset's one of those commands that as soon as you got it open, it's live. Like, if I want to make a whole bunch of these, I can make a whole bunch. Yeah, so it stays live. From here, I can draw my circle at it says specify radius. That distance across there is either 0.5 or 1, so I'm going to punch in 0.5. That's the bigger one. I'm going to do the other one at 0.25. There we are. Now what I can do is I can draw this like this, and then I can actually use my offset command, 0.25. I'll go to the right or up, I guess. And then the other one I can go down. Now it's just a trimming, kind of almost a little nightmare first, but I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to delete this because those are kind of a pain in the neck. So you'll notice that I did all this without ever drawing a line at an angle, right? Yeah? What angle is it? Does anybody know? What angle is it? It's a 45. And we know that because it goes up 0.75 or, you know, down 0.75 and over 0.75. If it goes an equal distance vertical and an equal distance horizontal, that makes a 45-degree angle. Every other angle, you can't make that assumption. This one you can. So I did everything that I wanted there. I'm going to choose all these lines as trimmers. And you're going to watch me here cut out what I want gone. And notice how this is going to begin to take shape real quick. Voila. Okay. By choosing all those cutters. See how smooth and easy that was? Versus, oh, I just want this one cut. And then you choose one and then go back and do one and then go back and do another one. That's just a nightmare. I'm done. I'm happy with that. I want to show you this last trick. So I'm going to draw a line. And I'm actually going to go over here. And I'm just going to draw a line. I'm going to take my ortho off. Okay? Now, it says 38 degrees. If you look closely there, it says, you know, my distance is 5.03. And then say I want to go 45 degrees. Well, here I got to try to do this number with my cursor and try to get it exactly at 45 and try not to click, like try not to screw it up when I do actually go click it. Now, if I'm going to dimension this out, so that was 45 degrees. So this should be 45 right on the head. And that's what it did read out at. But it's not perfectly 45 because this could be 45.002 or 003 or 03 or 45.3 degrees, whatever. I want 45 degrees. So what I do, this is where, oh, if I wish I, all right, here's the deal. I got a starting point right over here. Okay, that's my starting point, right where I clicked. 0 goes straight to the right. 90 goes straight up. 180 goes straight back this way. 270 is down here. But you'll also see that it's reading out in 90, 91, whatever, straight down. Okay, that's a negative. So if it swings down, that's negative. And this is where anybody that's watching the recording isn't going to get this part of the lesson. But if you think about a compass or you think about the directions, okay, straight over to the right, where east would be, that's 0 and 360, right? Up here is 90 and negative 270. Over here is 180, no matter how you dice it. This is negative 90 and 270. Because 90 degrees, 180, another 80 gives you, or another 90, I'm sorry, gives you 270. That's how it's broken up. If I want to go 45 degrees down in this direction here, that's a negative 45. Or I could also punch in 315 degrees. Okay, and I'm going to show you that. When you want to punch in a angular dimension, AutoCAD screwy. It's been like this for 20 years since I first ran AutoCAD. It's saying, pick your line. Well, I don't want to pick my line. I need to go, it's either less than or greater than, and I think that it's the less than symbol. So I'm going to hit Shift and this. And I'm going to hit negative 45 and hit Enter. See my angle? It's like it's snapped and it won't let me do anything else. That, ladies and gentlemen, you just learned how to draw an angle line. There, voila. So brings me back to my application over here. I know that this is a 45-degree angle. I go with a line there. I'm going to type in, I'm holding Shift. And can you guys see that symbol on the screen? Everybody look close at that symbol. And it's that. That's the less than symbol, right? I think greater is the one that's pointing the other way. I can get them mixed up. So I think this is less than. I really do. But the arrow is pointing to the left. And I'm going to type in 45. Because I want to go up to the right at a 45. Voila. I go like that. I don't know the distance. I could use Pythagorean theorem and figure out, okay, 0.75 here and 0.75 here. I could figure out exactly what that distance is. I don't need to. I can pretty much just do my 0.75 and come up that and come up that, and you'll see that it's obviously in that spot. I don't care how you go about drawing it. It's up to you. The next thing that I want to bring up, the rest of this should be pretty easy on 1-3. If you want to draw a polygon, right here next to your rectangle is a polygon. So pick a polygon, and then it says, well, got to look down here. It says enter number of sides. Well, obviously on 1-3, that's what? 6-sided. So it's a hexagon. So I'm going to punch in 6 down here and hit enter. It says specify center, and I know this isn't my center. I'm just drawing it here. I'll do it right here in the midpoint so that it doesn't mess anybody up. Now it asks for a tricky question. Inscribed or circumscribed? Inscribed means it's all of its sizes based off of a circle, okay? So everybody look on 1-3. See how that hexagon is set how it is? See how it's giving from a flat side to a flat side is 0.875. I do want inscribed, and I'll show you circumscribed in just a minute. But inscribed, and I want 0.87. I might have chose the wrong one, to be honest. I'm going to turn my polar on so that it goes this way. I did inscribed. Specify radius. 0.87. Enter. I want to double check this because I don't think this is right. No. So I wanted circumscribed, didn't I? So I need to go to polygon again. I'm just going to draw it off this corner. Oh, number of sides is 6. Specify center. And I want circumscribed. And I want to go up. And I want to go 8.7 and hit enter. And now you will see that that isn't right. Why isn't it right? Why did I want 0.87? I just told it what the radius of the circle is, 0.87. Why isn't this the right size? Dylan? Right, 8.7, that's the diameter of the circle. So what you actually need is this polygon, 6-sided again. You need to do the math and say, okay, I need 0.435, voila. And now when I dimension this from here to there, that's giving me what I want. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Polygons you're not going to draw very often. So, well, as you can see, I have to like reteach myself all the time. Then I come back and I dimension them to ensure that they're the right size. So don't get too bent out of shape. It's kind of wonky a little bit in spots, but you'll be all right. Looking at 1-4, looking ahead to that one, pretty straightforward. You should have all the tools that you need for that. And then 1-5 will be the next big hurdle that you're going to cross. And you have all the tools for that now. So that's where we're at. That's it. Questions?